So it turns out that I am just trash at 2xKO. There's a ranking system in the ranked mode. I got access to that, and I got put in the first level. I'm at level 1, right? Like if this is the Endless Tower, level 1. It's called Aspirant 1. And it's fine. It's like that's the thing. Like I don't really play fighting games. I've been playing Zenless for a while, and that's not really a fighting game, right? So I have no idea what to do. But I do have some fun matches to share, just because this is sort of a journey. Yeah, I'm kind of trash, right? But that's okay. It's the same thing with Zenless. I remember like in the beginning, you get access to Anby, and I didn't know what was going on, right? Like I didn't know when to dodge. I didn't know what buttons to press, and it was like flopping around like a little kid, right? It's not bad per se. And so 2xK doesn't have a story mode. So this is like the tutorial pretty much, right? Like you go into ranked, and I think the beautiful thing about ranked is it matches you with opponents that are appropriate for your level. So regardless of like where you are, right? Like it'll give you a matchup that is I mean it's not going to be like it's not going to be completely broken. Like you're not going to be beating up children, or you're not going to fight like the god of Twix KO or something like that. You're going to get someone who's around your level. So it's going to be a good match, right? Which is great. I mean, this is like the best way to learn. Like you get put into a situation where you can use your skills, and you can also learn more skills at the same time. You know, I mean, that's the same thing that happened in Zenless, except Zenless was more structured. Like you had to go through the story, you had to level up, all that good stuff. You had to start building teams, and you got sort of eased into that. So that's totally fine. It's just a slightly different sort of scenario. So yeah, I am at the very bottom of the Endless Tower at the beginning of my journey, and it is all kinds of painful. The people that I ran into, and I mean I'm not gonna act like I'm not like a plastic tier player, because I mean played Valorant, and like I don't think there's anything below iron, right? But for some reason, this is the rank below iron. So this is the equivalent of like wood rank or plastic rank. It's not even like the iron level, right? And that's fine. I mean, this is the beginning, right? So everybody has to start somewhere. It's not like I was kind of hoping that my Zenless experience would make me like really good, and that's not how it turned out. And I think now the exercise is going to be trying to figure out like what the little things are in Zenless that maybe carry over. And I don't expect anything to be ready now, right? Because I don't know what's going on still. So yeah, it's a good time either way. I think like the experience is great, and I think so for me at least, I'm playing Zenless completely free to play, and 2xKO also is free to play, which is a great combination. Because I mean, I'm sort of at the end of Zenless. Like every week or so, I jump in, I do the end game. When there's a new banner, that's like good for like an hour of fun, right? Like you do the story a little bit, you get to like try to pull on the new banner. And I mean, if you're free to play, that happens like once every few banners, right? I mean, you could try to pull every banner. If you're really lucky, you'll get every character, but more likely you're gonna get a character like every few months or so, right? Like a limited character. But yeah, I mean, this is sort of how these kind of games go. Like if you're not paying money for gotcha, you can play, right? That's not the problem, but you don't get access to the most exciting stuff, which is fine. Like it's a free game. But at the same time, if you're playing Zenless and you feel like you ran out of things to do, why not play 2xKO at the same time? It's essentially like the next level of the end game. So I think that's the thing, like the Endless Tower, I'm not particularly interested in. And that is end game, right? Like there's people who go to like floor 2000. And I mean if that's fun for them, that's great, but I don't like that, right? It's not exciting to me. So it's almost like 2xKO is like the hidden Endless Tower in Zenless, and they're not the games aren't related, but at the same time they're kind of both fighting games. Anyways, yeah. So how about this? Let me show you some of the matches that I've had, and they're just I don't know, they're kind of hilarious because I'm looking at them now and I can kind of see what's going on. And yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I got into Aspirant 1. I didn't really know what was going on, and I think the big thing is with fighting games, it's almost like fluency, right? Like you have to be able to move around, and you have to be able to respond to what your opponent is doing appropriately. And we get back to the whole boards don't hit back thing, right? If you're used to fighting boards and your opponent starts hitting you back, it's going to be a bad time for you, right? So that's essentially what happened. So yeah, I think for me at least, my training arc is going to be sort of learning to see what my opponents are doing and then respond appropriately, right? That's where this is more interesting than Zenless. Because in Zenless, yeah, like the first time you fight a boss, it's exciting because you don't know what they're going to do. And you have to sort of figure out what the timing is, what the appropriate response is. But they don't really change in Zenless. I mean, it's a single player game, right? So they just kind of do the same thing. I mean, they go through a pattern, right? So, I mean, you have to learn to recognize and then respond appropriately. But once you've done that, it doesn't change at all. But with the humans can do whatever they want. And they are adjusting to you. So it's a much more fluid experience. It's a lot of fun, honestly. Okay, let's do this. Let me show you some of the matches that I've had. Oh man, they were good. Okay, let's do that. Alright, here's the first match. Yeah, and so I'm an Aspirant 1. And I think that's the thing, like, I'm running into people who kinda look like they know what they're doing. But, yeah, like, I still kind of don't know what all the buttons do. When I can do anything, right? So, I'm running the trash compactor mainly because the guy's hilarious. Like I was going through the roster of characters, and I think watching a video of a guy, and he was saying, if you're gonna start playing these kind of games, just pick a character that sort of looks fun to you. And I mean, there's lots of goofy kind of characters, but yeah, the trash compactor guy looked kind of hilarious. So yeah, you saw that I was trying to grab. I don't know the range, right? So that's kind of a problem. Yeah, I'm fighting for my life here because I'm using the sidekick views. So I mean, I think the other advice that I got was that if you're gonna start playing games like this, an easy way to learn is to just use one character at a time. So that's what I'm doing, right? And here we have this guy literally just jumps up and throws out a raw ultimate. He just ulted on me like I was a paid actor. And okay, to be fair, like I have no idea what's going on still. So yeah, he just did a raw ult and I walked into it. This is like watching toddlers argue, right? Like you get to a place where a toddler kind of figures out, like, you don't even have to really respond. You can just like, no, you. And the other children are like, oh my god, such power, right? Like, he told me I was wrong. And I am wrong. I mean, this is literally what's going on here, right? Like, and I mean, I like to, let's not, okay, so I lost this game, let's be fair. So, at this point, this dude is better than me. But this is the level of game we're playing. We're both kind of just mashing buttons. We don't know where the buttons go, right? So, like, this dude just runs up and starts, like, beating on me by, pressing whatever he wants, right? I don't really know what to do, so that's fine. I mean, this is like the very beginning. This is like level 1. This is like in the beginning of Zenless. I still remember this. You get access to Andy, and it's a lot of fun, right? Because she's running around, she's got a sword, she's super cool, and it's a blast. But other than that, like, it's kind of a hot mess otherwise. Right? Because I'm pressing buttons, I don't know what's going on, and it's just so. Let's see. We got this fun thing. Oh, I remember when I was playing Zenless in the beginning. Nakamura, she seemed like the strongest character in the world. I think the other thing too, when I started Zenless, I invested heavily in the game. And at the time it made sense that he was a good character. Right? He was a lot of fun. He looked like he was a strong character. I mean, it turns out he's not. And, yeah, so kind of fall into the same trap here, like that sort of like big bear character. He looks fun, but I think that's the thing, like, I'm beginning to learn that he's not that easy. Mainly because a lot of this game you kind of fight like cats. You just sort of run at each other and start swiping at each other. He's not very good at that. So yeah, we have this big trash compactor guy. Really slow, really easy to, I guess we'll call it read. So he's jumping around, I'm jumping around, right? And if you saw those question marks come out of my head, I tried to throw. And so that's the thing, like you try to throw, they're not there. Like you just sort of stand there for a while. So if you see those red question marks come up, it's real bad, right? Because like anybody who's playing this, the game's just gonna come and sort of like pound on you for a while, or a long while, depending on basically what happens. So yeah, like I'm mainly recording this for my own discovery, right? Like I wanna be able to go back and how you have like 5-year-olds make like turkeys with their hands and hand paints at Thanksgiving. And then like years later, it's kind of funny to go and watch the children, or look at what the children did with their turkey paint things. Yeah, that's what this is. And yeah, that was, I'm sure I'm going to come back to this. Okay, so this is the other match, yeah, and this also didn't go well. So this is just me, he was just whacking me with his bat, and I'm trying to just survive, right? So at this point, like I kind of have a real basic combo. You can kind of bounce this guy out before, which is hilarious, right? I've just sort of figured that out. And I'm just saying, like, this robot trash compactor dude is kind of silly. He's kind of moves like one of the Titans from Attack on Titan. He's just, like, look at his legs, right? Like, that ain't right, bro. And yeah, he's got this really cool, like, this is, I think these are ultimates, right? So, if you see them like start flashing and you don't get like a full-on cinematic when they hit, that's a super. But if you get a full cinematic, that's an ultimate. So yeah, that was the Trash Compactor's ultimate. And yeah, I'm out here trying to fight for my life. And yeah, at this level, like just sort of being above them is really, really good. So I think this is the one where I won, which is kind of fun. I figured I wouldn't make it all negative because, I mean, let's be fair. This is a ranked game and it's competitive, right? So you're going in and you're trying to do your best. And the game does a good job of matching you with people who are at about the same skill level as you or less, or I mean more sometimes. The idea is that you get to grow by learning. So yeah, this is a game where I had just sort of figured out that like you can do the rebounds, and it brings a lot of pain to your opponent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at high levels of play, this probably doesn't work. But this is the very beginning, right? This is like toddlers, and like I was saying before, like sometimes like little children, they just learn that you can say no, right? And then, whatever the other child is saying to you doesn't matter. Hey, I just said no. You are invalid. And that's what this feels like, right? Like I figured out you can do this rebounds into a punch, and they don't seem to be able to handle this, right? Okay, yeah, I totally missed that. I like just started running with the guy trying to grab him. It really does feel like you're dealing with fat babies here, right? Like this trash compactor is fat baby. So, yeah, I'm still out here having the time of my life because I figured out that like sometimes you can bounce around and you can bounce them off the ground and just sort of punch them into the wall. And it just looks hilarious, right? Because they fall down and then you run up and you booty them. And then you just sort of punch them like you're a 3-year-old or something, right? Yeah, I really like this trash compactor guy because he's just hilarious. He tickled my bean because he's just so silly looking. And yeah, like if they get you in the corner, it's all bad. And I think that's part of the game, right? Like, you have to figure out like what distances work. I mean, it's just like Elle and Joe. In the beginning, she's really difficult to use. Not because she's a particularly difficult character to use. Just, I didn't know what was going on, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what my opponent is doing here. He's like grabbing in the air? Kind of like he was dorking or something. And, this is my little journal. I'm gonna go back and look at this and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, what was going on here? And this is fine, right? Because I think this is like phase 2 or 3. A lot of this is just learning what the buttons do, and it's totally fine. It's just like a tutorial level, right? Alright. Thanks so much for coming to my TED Talk. Yeah, I apologize for all the gameplay. It may have been quite painful, to be honest. And I think that's okay. I mean, if you're starting out, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start out as trash to become something better. Well, what is it? The first step to being good at something is being absolute trash. And yeah, like I picked the trash compactor, no surprises there. Yeah, hopefully this is useful to people who are possibly thinking about trying to XKO, coming from Zenless. Yeah, you have to move a lot. So I think that's the one thing that I'm noticing with Zenless. You kind of don't really have to move your feet, like if you dodge well. And you kind of do into XKO. And yeah, like when you're starting out, you're going to be in the low levels unless you're already good at fighting games. I was hoping that I would somehow magically be placed into some high rank because of my time with Zenless, but that's just not the case, right? And that's fine. Like you actually gotta learn the game. There's not very much overlap. But other than that, yeah, I just wanted to record this so I can come back and look at my journey, right? This is where I started. This is the first step. Aspirant 1 is the absolute lowest level in the game, and it's great. Like the game's great. Like it's free to play. I mean, you get everything that you asked for the price, right? And yeah, it's a learning process. So yeah, this is my sixth street. Like I have to learn how to play the game. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, give it a shot if you haven't. Just because I mean, if you have a PC, and I think it's not out on consoles yet, but I think when it does come out on consoles, it's gonna be a ton of fun because people are gonna jump in, and they're gonna experience the exact same pain. All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody.